There's a lot to consider when choosing your first 1911. Let's go over some of the most common differences and things to look for so you can pick the one that's right for you. The first thing I usually look at when comparing 1911s are the sights. This 1911 has classic GI-style iron sights, which are minimal and not very precise, but perfect if you want a pistol that replicates what the US military issued during the First and Second World Wars. This 1911 has Novak-style sights, which offer a more modern 3-dot sight picture, which is overall more clear and is typically preferred over GI sights for usability. The next thing I look at is the trigger. 1911 pistols can have a lot of different looking triggers, but mostly I'm looking for the length of the trigger. This A1 style trigger is shorter and easier to use if you have smaller fingers. If you have bigger fingers like I do, then a longer trigger makes more sense and is easier for me to use. Another feature to consider is the hammer type. This spur hammer is common on older style 1911s, while this commander-style hammer is more prevalent on modern-style 1911s. This is mostly a cosmetic decision. The thumb safety is a very important part that should not be overlooked. A government-style safety is minimal and might not be very easy to manipulate. Most modern 1911s have a wider, longer lever and can even be ambidextrous. The other safety feature that you should take note of is the grip safety. Government-style 1911s will have a more flush safety without much of a tang, whereas modern 1911s can sometimes have a broad, sweeping beaver tail to protect you from hammer bite, as well as a memory notch, which can help disengage the safety when you grip the pistol. Perhaps most importantly, take note of the mainspring housing. This is the most polarizing feature for a 1911 to have, either a flat or a rounded mainspring housing. The flat mainspring housing is an earlier design that has regained popularity today. I recommend you try holding each type and decide which you like more. There are even 1911 pistols that are shorter than a standard government-style 5-inch model. These are typically referred to as commander size and can sometimes feature what's called a carry cut on the grip, which removes the very corner of the pistol grip so that it does not print as much when concealed. Something else to look for is an accessory rail on the dust cover. If you want to mount a light to your 1911, this is a necessary feature. Make sure your holster can accommodate this rail if you end up getting one. The grip panels are of least concern when you're buying a 1911, since you can easily swap them out for another with just a screwdriver. There are so many different types of grips for 1911s, from classic wood to modern materials like G10. Changing your grips is perhaps the simplest modification you can do to your 1911 without needing a gunsmith. And that's it. Now you should be able to shop for 1911s with confidence and learn what looks and feels best for you.